Kyrgios and Sabalenka revive battle of sexes. Nick Kyrgios and Sabalenka are set to meet in January 2026 in Hong Kong for an exhibition match billed as a modern battle of the sexes. The idea recalls the 1973 clash between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs, one of the most famous spectacles in tennis history. This new match will not carry ranking points or tour implications, but its framing speaks to broader questions about gender, power, and the way tennis markets itself to audiences beyond the traditional calendar. Kyrgios, 30, has struggled with injuries and limited play in recent seasons. Sabalenka, meanwhile, is the world number 1 and the winner of 20 career WTA titles, including the 2025 Madrid Open. The exhibition has been designed with modified rules to account for physical differences. Kyrgios will be allowed only one serve, and the court dimensions will be slightly reduced on his side. These adjustments mirror the concessions made in past mixed-gender exhibitions aimed at balancing the contest. Kyrgios stoked interest by downplaying Sabalenka's chances. On the First and Red podcast, he predicted a comfortable victory, suggesting he would not need to exert himself fully. Sabalenka's response was sharp. She promised to kick his ass and described the contest as a chance to highlight women's tennis to a global audience. Any discussion of a match like this inevitably points back to 1973, when 29-year-old Billie Jean King faced 55-year-old Bobby Riggs in Houston, a former Wimbledon champion, who had boasted that women's tennis was inferior and that even at his age he could beat the top female players. King, then at the height of her career, accepted the challenge not only to defend her own reputation, but to reinforce the legitimacy of women's professional sport during a period when the newly formed WTA Tour was still fighting for recognition and equal prize money. King's straight-sets win before more than 30,000 fans at the Houston Astrodome and an estimated 90 million television viewers worldwide became a watershed moment. It symbolized the potential of women's sport to capture mainstream attention and proved that athletic competition could double as a cultural turning point. The spectacle was theater, but it carries substance. The Kyrgios-Sabalenka version does not carry the same stakes. Women's tennis today commands global audiences, generates substantial sponsorship, and has produced stars with household recognition. Still, there is purpose behind staging the event. First, it renews conversation about how men and women compare within the sport, a debate that surfaces whenever serve speeds or physicality are raised. Second, it underscores the entertainment value of tennis beyond the regular season. For Sabalenka, the match is an opportunity to assert that women's tennis can withstand direct comparison, at least in exhibition form. For Kyrgios, who has often thrived on provocation, it offers a return to the spotlight after an injury-disrupted year. While the outcome may matter less than the display, the symbolism will not be lost. 40-plus years after Billie Jean King's triumph, the notion of a battle of the sexes still generates discussion about how women's and men's sports are framed, compared, and valued. In that sense, the Kyrgios-Sabalenka meeting functions less as a competitive benchmark and more as a cultural echo, a reminder of sports' power to stage debates and equality in front of a mass audience.